scores, a 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up, this one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have... we go ahead and force everything either.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. To throw, it's Murray. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go. My 52. Yeah. You don't want none. 52's the mic, boys. 52. No. Check that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The surprise 2nd-round pick, Sean Bunting, there to get a hand in. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Lutz with the extra point, and it is 28-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. first down. Murray eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
To throw again on second down. Murray, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That's going to be caught. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confident.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On third down, a run with Cohen. And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Jackson.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defense.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on.
Touchdown, Giants! Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants gain a bit of respectability. So they will. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Todd Gurley, 52 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken. And can you believe it? It's a 2nd safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, but to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Goes at second and 10 at the 50-yard line.
52.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Okay, my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The Eagles on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing is Murray on third down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Cohen. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, Jackson buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw it. Murray. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Next, the score, Eagles 63
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Go. Mike 50.
Yeah, let's get set.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal.
Here we go, D.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the 2-point conversion but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't get the 2-point conversion to add on top, but just the idea of going for it with that type of a lead already when they didn't need to do so, that tells you what his mentality is. He is an attack, attack, attack coach. Always attack.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.